Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and I like this. I like this title, but because they used the word silence twice in it. Here you go. Ripple prepares to silence its silence with epic bull running. Bam! There we go. Like, was this originally typed as a placeholder? They're like, I'll fix the messed up title later. No, it's fine. And so they're covering an opinion from an analyst out there who, frankly, the way that he worded his tweet made me think, although he's stating he thinks that essentially XRP price action is going to melt faces off in the next bull run, it's going to be so awesome. Despite that, he gave me the impression that perhaps could be a Bitcoin maxi troll. And so I started like sniffing up on the article on my screen. I was like, does it smell like a Bitcoin maxi troll? And then I was like, oh, yep, it kind of smells a little bit like room temperature cottage cheese, which leads me to believe there's probably a troll around right here on this very article. But we're going to deal with it. We're going to deal with it, all right? We are adults here in the XRP community. But before we go any further, if you would please delicately tap that like button, I would certainly appreciate it. And also, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. Don't cost nothing, man. Come on, you telling me that you won't even take the subscription with the price of $0? You hurt my feelings, man. You hurt my feelings up inside. But we'll dive in regardless here. A cryptocurrency trader known as Leo said that XRP is ready to make some interesting moves upwards. In the Analyst share, he confirmed that the fourth largest cryptocurrency is ready for a, quote, rapid rise. Also, Leo added that the price will rise even higher when the cryptocurrency reaches a significant price level of 20.5 cents, which really doesn't seem that far off, but sometimes analysts have opinion that once a seemingly innocuous price level is hit, moon, yeah, I've seen stuff like that before. What? Oh, Siri just started. Go away, Siri. Did you hear that beep? That's my phone. Oh my god. I don't know what I just said that sounded remotely like Siri, but I don't like it. Go home, Siri. You're drunk. Ruining my YouTube video. Anyway. Moving forward, if I may, Siri. XRP is currently trading at 19.6 cents and has been struggling since 2018. Okay, but if you want to say that about XRP, if you want to be fair, and maybe you don't, shouldn't you just say that about the entire cryptocurrency asset class? Because even Bitcoin today, it's down over 50% at this point from its all-time high. And then this is why it's so ridiculous, because you can paint whatever narrative you want based on the timeline, but wasn't it just a few months ago that Bitcoin was down to, what did it get down to? Was it $3,800 or something like that? So, yeah, down from over 75% from its all-time high. It's come on, guys. But that's how a lot of these articles get framed. Here's what this continues. One of the worst performing cryptocurrencies, XRP. There you go. Okay. However, the digital asset has recently begun to make positive moves. Now, that part is true. It has been making some positive moves. It went up in one day. I think it went up. Was it 10 or 15%? I can't recall off the top of my head. It was last week. And then some other coins kept doing better. And then certain people in the XRP community and actually trolls too. They like to point out. It's like, okay, so look, I know we're all part of the XRP community, and we're very supportive of each other. It's the best community ever. But there's a small percentage of people that, I don't mean this, I'm not saying this in a mean way, just to be clear, but there's a small percentage of people that flip out over price on a regular basis. And so, like I said this in another recent video, like I am sympathetic, I really am. I get it can be tough when you put your own actual money into something, any investment, and you're not seeing it go the direction that you necessarily want to, but that's why to me it's like patience is the name of the game, and it's also why I only invest what I'm willing to lose, because I don't have a financial background. I'm not here to make price predictions or offer financial advice. That's not why I'm here. I'm just your everyday Joe Schmo. I just happen to be confident that XRP will probably be worth a lot more in the future, and that's based on actual utility. But all the short-term gyrations, that doesn't cause me to have these emotional reactions. I am impervious, I am bulletproof, and I'm bragging about it. So here's the actual tweet from Leo. XRP looking good for a quick scalp. In my opinion, a bit more upside to come once we clear blue. And here's the part where I start thinking, probably a Bitcoin troll. That's why I was like sniffing up on my monitor. You can try smell it too. It's on your screen. Your computer, your monitor might, or maybe you're on your phone. Maybe your phone smells now. Just like give it the smell test there. But here's what he said. S-word coin or not, XRP has yet to run. And from previous experience, whenever she decides to finally run, it will be once again epic. And so there we go. I guess the biggest news out of this whole story is that we have now gendered XRP. When she decides to run, it's going to be a glorious time. XRP, will you go out with me? So that part is true, though. Not the gender part. The once again epic part, perhaps. But from previous experience, we know that when XRP runs, it's like historically you can see that on so many occasions. We also know that it lags behind historically other altcoins, even during alt seasons. Historically, so other altcoins run, and then XRP's like, I don't know, do I want to go? Do I want to go? Just kind of takes off. It eventually happens, right? Then the piece continues. I think it's a little subheading, XRP in preparation for a big move. Bitcoin and a number of altcoins experienced significant price increases both in the past year and in 2020. For example, during the June 2019 bull run, Bitcoin reached nearly $14,000, the highest price recorded since the 2017 bull market. Ethereum drew a very successful chart as the price action was largely dependent on Bitcoin. Everything's dependent on Bitcoin and price, and even in 2020, I'm sorry, it's not going to stay like that forever. I don't believe that for a moment, but right now it is. And then the piece continues, despite the bull run, XRP's progression has been insignificant and has not changed since then. XRP gained 1,000% in just 1 month in 2017 and became the second largest cryptocurrency by Bitcoin after market value. He later lost this position. Now they've gendered it as a he. Just, you know what? I'm not even going to comment on that. He later lost this position to Ethereum and recently left third place to Tether, USDT. Leo said that although XRP has not made a tremendous move since 2017, his next move will be epic. So she... oh, my God. Oh, will XRP lead the next bull run, though? And some people have speculated about this. I mean, I like the concept has entered my mind. Will XRP actually lead the next bull run? Well, I won't say it's impossible, but just in my humble opinion, and I'm again not a chart analyst or any sort of financial advisor whatsoever, but the way I'm looking at people behaving in terms of buying and selling any cryptocurrency, in the cryptocurrency asset class in general, I don't think that there's been sufficient maturation to believe that the next major bull run is going to be led by anything other than Bitcoin. If I just had to get just a for fun guess, I don't know, just me talking, I would be very surprised because you're still seeing today that all cryptocurrencies that aren't Bitcoin are following the price action of Bitcoin. I've seen no indication, and I've even made videos about how there have been all sorts of entities out there, businesses that they track metrics of cryptos, and they tracked correlation of XRP and a bunch of other cryptos, and there's clear correlation in terms of price action. And I know correlation and causation are two different things, but when you've got close to a decade of history of XRP and other cryptos just following Bitcoin, if you zoom out on a chart enough, it makes you think, I'm not so sure that we're there yet. Now, eventually, I do believe that XRP will decouple, and if I'm right and utility matters and will win the day, well, then in a sane world, eventually, even if it takes a long time, XRP would be number one in market cap. Or if other cryptocurrencies solve other real-world problems and there's actual utility to them, then maybe XRP's got to run for its money. But will it be Bitcoin that doesn't actually do anything? It's just the first, so it gets to be a store of value in perpetuity, and people are just going to keep throwing their money in, not because it's any better than any of the other coins that don't do anything, but purely because it was the first. Maybe, but I am skeptical. We'll see about that. I want to report on this also. There's not much to say, but it's in the news and it's a positive development, so I wanted to at least give it a quick blurb here. This is from You Today. XRP/USD trading pair listed on FTX exchange. That's just the headline. That's basically the whole article. I don't really need to cover that. It's just a new USD XRP trading pair. XRP USD. But still, all this matters because I know it's a little thing, but it just makes it easier to move XRP around, right? And I know it's just one exchange that I really wasn't familiar with, frankly. But hey, whatever. Positive development. We need more of that. All right, next. This was an interesting piece from Cointelegraph. Getting out of cash is key to wealth and inflation protection, Pompliano says. And I like Anthony Pompliano, even though he's clearly not exactly a fan of Ripple and XRP. He's not a troll. He's a nice guy about everything. I just have a different opinion than him. By the way, this is like the most messed up drawing of him I've ever seen. Like that really does not look like him. Whatever. That's okay. No offense, Mr. Cointelegraph artist. I like a lot of your work, but that's not your finest piece. You had a good one to Brad Garlinghouse. Anyway, during a recent YouTube live stream, Morgan Creek Digital co-founder and crypto expert Anthony Pompliano detailed the current post-COVID-19 economy, noting the U.S. government's money printing and spinning efforts. And here's a quote. There is a devaluation of currency. The whole secret to building wealth is to get out of cash and get into assets that are denominated in dollars that will continue to go up in value over long periods of time. Stocks, real estate, gold, Bitcoin, all this stuff. That's going to quote from Anthony Pompliano. Now, COVID-19 prevention measures have caused economic stalling and job losses. As part of the corrective measures, the U.S. government has pumped money into the country, printing and giving away money, as detailed by Pompliano. Indeed, it's effectively the same as quantitative easing in terms of debasing the United States dollar. There you go. Can't wait to have runaway inflation. U.S. corporations and billionaires have reaped the benefits receiving mass bailouts, he explained. And here's another quote. You have to get out of cash, Pompliano said, urging people to flee into other assets. Don't fight the Fed, he noted, referring to the U.S. Federal Reserve. And he also stated, don't believe that the Fed cares about the little guy. The Fed cares about managing an economy and pushing asset prices. Well, it is best to just take some self-responsibility. I'll just say that. But the past half a century reveals large-scale inflation in the United States is seen when compared to gold. A chart of the stock market showing the past several decades of price action reveals a 45-degree angle upward, meaning markets have essentially risen significantly over time when valued in dollars, Pompliano explained. Structurally, stock prices are going up over long periods of time with nothing to do with the underlying companies, he said. It has everything to do with the fact that the dollar, the denominator, the thing that the asset is denominated in, is being devalued. See, that's a reasonable position. Now, when valued in gold instead of dollars, however, the same stock market shows a declining trend over the last 49 years or so, revealing a devalued dollar instead of higher valued stocks, said Pompliano. Among the assets Pompliano mentioned, Bitcoin in particular, by nature, holds inflation protection against itself. Only 21 million Bitcoin will ever exist based on the asset's original code. And similarly, by the way, of course, for XRP, 100 billion XRP, and it's deflationary, and so that's getting burnt off over time, and undoubtedly some will be lost. In fact, it makes me wonder, because like on the way up to this massive crypto bull run in 2017, there are all sorts of stories from people that had mined Bitcoin way back in the day, and then they see how much it's worth years later, and they're like, oh my god, and you see these stories about people like going to landfills trying to find out where they threw away their the private key, which would have been on like a hard drive or whatever. And that type of stuff happens. It makes me wonder, are we going to be seeing those stories when XRP blasts off one day, which is my suspicion that it will. I don't want to influence buying and selling. I just want to be super clear about that because I don't have a financial background, but I believe that it's going to be worth substantially more in the future. And so when that happens, are we going to see stories of people like driving to the landfill with their busted up computer and where they just like searching through garbage trying to find their private keys? I wouldn't be surprised if there's some of that, to be honest with you. I'm sure there's some people that bought XRP in 2017 and or maybe even in 2018 and 2019 with it at lower price points, and then when it just takes off, going to regret. There's going to be at least some of those people, wouldn't you think? I'm not going to be one of them. I'm just going to hold on. I know what I'm doing. Maybe. That's it for this video, though. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.